Take us through a little bit about how one of these wonderful worlds come to life in your mind when you're first sitting down to write. That's from the characters to the town it's set and everything.
I start just a paper file on Word, and when the first character's name comes to me, I write it down. When I decide how that character looks, I write that down. Because as you're writing that first story, you would be amazed. Well, you won't because you're a writer, but you can be amazed at what you forget. Did they have straight hair? Did they have curly hair? You know, how tall are they? What car are they driving? The layout of a house. When I'm having people spend time in a house, I'll always go to home plans and look up an actual house, and I'll paste that into my character sheet so that I remember if they're going right into the kitchen or left into the kitchen. Same thing with research. I tried to figure out exactly the avenue that these people would take in Colorado. Whenever I can, I like to do hands-on research. Excuse me, if I'm writing police officers, which I have huge respect for, I've done ride-alongs with police officers. I've attended police conferences, talked to local police. When I have a specific question, I recently wrote an ex-con, and there's a man that I know who's a retired police officer. I was able to ask him a lot of questions. He also worked at a prison. So I like to talk to, firsthand people whenever I possibly can. When I can't, headlines are always a huge help because, you look up, just about anything, escaped convict, abandoned house, and somebody will have found an escaped convict in an abandoned house. And it gives you sort of a layout of what police were called, how long it lasted. And so whenever I don't have direct contact with, a resource who knows these things, I tend to lean toward headlines very heavily.
Stepping inside the ring to discuss your fighter series for a moment, I assume you sat down with a lot of real UFC fighters in the course of writing those books?
We've been UFC fans, my husband and I and my three sons, forever and ever and ever. We've attended many UFC fights. A lot of times when I write the fight series, there's really nice front row seats that you can get. But the one time we did get those, they were like $600 a seat, and it was partying. It was young women trying to hook up with men flirting, groups of young guys drinking too much, and nobody was really watching the fight. So now I know if I have someone who's really into a fight, they want higher up seats where they can actually see what's happening, and they can see the big screen, and they're not caught in the cluster of the clicky people. So I've talked to fighters, I've interviewed fighters, met quite a few. So it's really nice. Same thing if I'm looking for a certain move someone's going to make. I don't write a lot of actual fighting, but I do write dangerous situations where someone's getting jumped and someone has to fight back. And it's always nice to know the instinctive moves that a fighter might make. A lot of it's muscle memory. So someone jumps them from a certain angle, they know it's just automatic to what to do. So I like to research all of that.